It's the Jill of all trades, Michelle C, aka DJ Make a Move. She cute. Your host of Kandid Kisses TV, everywhere you need to be. And if you don't know by now, it's not your typical interview, y'all.
Kandid Kisses blown away. Kandid Kisses TV for tomorrow today. Man, throw that auto-tune on that bitch. Have you sound like Teddy Payne.
Hi there, this is Kim Cole, and you are rocking with Kandid Kisses TV.
It's your boy Talent, baby. Michelle and Kandid Kisses TV with my girl Michelle C. Don't take it personal.
Yo, what's up? It's Bruh Man from the 5th floor. In the ATL, chilling with Kandid Kisses TV.
What's up, y'all? You're watching Kandid Kisses TV with my homegirl, Michelle.
Hello there. Have you asked yourself what you're missing? I have. It's Kandid Kisses TV.
What up, what up? You know what's up? It's Michelle C, aka DJ Make a Move, the Jill of all trades, not your average girl. You know what it is. All right, so before we get started on this Motivation Monday, do me a huge favor. Like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. Act like you know it's free 99 and cost you a dang on thing. So let's do this thing. All right. So I'm going to bring you behind the scenes today for this Motivation Monday. Normally, we don't get the praise that we should. I am bringing you two talented individuals that are behind the scenes, much like me, because I do makeup artistry on the side as well. And we have a movie producer and a fellow makeup artist that is from Cali, just like me. And then we have TLAT Media that has been in the industry over 30 years. Give it up from y'all, please, introducing TLAT and Miss Venus Spears. What's up? What's up?
What's up, America? What's up, world? How's it going?
Now, we're going to start by getting into your social media handles. So go ahead and throw that out there so they know how to follow you and get in touch with you. Go ahead with you, TLAT, first, and then Venus.
Oh, yes. You can find me at TLAT Media on IG. And my backup account is TLAT Media 01 on Instagram. And if you just Google TLAT Media on Amazon Prime, you'll find all of the work that we have up and streaming on that platform. But also go to www.tlatmedia.com. And that's where you'll find the website, and it explains all the history and everything, what's going on. And it's going to be your new outlet for new streaming media with what we're doing with the company.
All right. And Miss Venus?
Hi, my name is Venus Spears. My IG is Venus Spears Artistry. And you can check out my website at www.venusspears.com.
All right. Let's go ahead and get into it. Now, this is a question across the board. When did you know that you want to get into the entertainment industry? When did you know that was your little itch? That was what you wanted to scratch?
I knew at an early age. I was 14. I started doing technical theater at Northside High School here in Atlanta. At the age of 14, doing theater lighting. I've always been behind the scenes, but been around a lot of actors and things like that. Like my friend Venus, I can act when I'm around Venus. She gets me in the character. But at 14, I really got into the industry, went to college, North Carolina School of Performing Arts, started lighting design there, and spent several years in theater. And I got tired of being a starving artist, came back to ATL because I'm a Grady baby, native here, ATL, and got into the broadcast industry. Worked for PBS as the promotional director after a few years. And then after leaving PBS, I went over to Clark Atlanta University back in 2000s, and I helped put together the media program, the television station, and I trained a lot of people. My claim to fame right now, I'm so proud of all of my students who are doing well in this industry. All you Clark Atlanta students, tune in today. Hit the link. Mr. Tim is finally in front of the camera. I've been teaching you how to do this for a long time.
CAU. So you may have taught him, because guess what he does for a living? Marketing and media and campaigning. So he might have taught him. I don't know if you know LeVar Norsworthy, but that's one of my best friends, and he is killing the game when it comes to this media right now.
Wonderful.
Yes, ma'am. And Miss Venus?
And so I came into the industry at a very young age also. My cousin took me on set at 12 years old. My first video shoot was Brian McKnight's debut album. And I assisted in hair and makeup on that shoot. and in Los Angeles, and transitioned into working with Tupac, Gerald Levert, a lot of industry icons, Keith Sweat. I mean, the list just goes on and on. And then after I graduated high school, I moved to Atlanta, Georgia. I attended Clark Atlanta University. Also, I missed Tim, but somehow God aligned us to reconnect again and work on some more projects that are up and coming, and also featured on Amazon Prime right now. But I'm diving back into the entertainment industry because I've had a salon for 7 years. So that's what I've been doing a lot of. And now and this is to all the people who have dreams, who feel like sometimes they get delayed due to you being a responsible adult and prioritizing life appropriately with your children and your family. There is still room for you to chase your dreams afterwards. So actually recently I have worked on the Atlanta Opera in April and May. And I just worked on a series called Woke 2 that is featured on Hulu last week. So yeah, there's still room for every single thing that you desire to do. But I am fourth generation, and I'm grateful to have been ushered into the industry by my family. So I'm very grateful.
Room for us to network, because I need to be getting my little my IMDb credits with you, honey, because the union struggle is real. I know.
The union is a challenging thing, but we all work hard. We all get our hours, and don't give up on it. It's just like anything else. You get your hours. Some people get grandfathered in. Some people have to apply 2 or 3 times in order to get in. It's very strict. That process is strict. They want that paperwork in a specific way. So yes, it is a challenging thing, but it's well worth it once they represent you. Your money is guaranteed. You have health benefits. It's just you have a pension afterwards. That's a great thing, Michelle.
No, I understand the COVID thing is really what kind of knocked me off balance with the days, because, once they have their people, they're like, we're not retesting no people. We're just going to keep the same people we got. So ain't no new people. So
that's true.
And it's a struggle. You'd be like, you know what? It's okay. What God has for me is for me. And it's funny that you said the opera, because a very good friend of mine, she was over like doing the opera thing, and she hit me up, and I couldn't do it. But you worked with all my friends that day.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Small world.
I'm telling you. Now, this is for you, Mr. TLAT. When did you know that you were a good writer when it comes to producing these movies and things?
I've always been a good storyteller, I feel. And with the theater background, you just learn how to do improv. And one thing that Venus noticed early in a movie, actually a test movie we did at the house, when I brought my actors in, and they were all new actors. So I just taught them method acting. And that way we could get through the scripts, because they weren't, polished actors yet. But you find the characteristics, and you find things that you discovered on live theater. After coming from the live theater world, recording was easy for us, because you get a do-over.
Yeah.
That's the difference, So we always send our talented people down that road. And I come up with a lot of different concepts and ideas. Back in the early 2090s, we were doing a lot of music videos for everyone here in the city, working with different teams. That's when I wish Dorian was here. He's going to be in a few minutes. But long story short, the concept started there. And I taught my kids, the students, hey, if you can do a music video, that's a scene in a movie. Once you can string together 10 music videos, you have now made a feature. So we started off just telling short stories and short visual stories. Whenever we put anything together, I call it a Stevie Wonder test. You turn down the sound. If the story is told with the visuals, you got a hit. You do vice versa. You close your eyes and listen to it. Once it passes those 2 tests, it's ready to go. So the method behind it, the theory behind it is what I teach, and what I enjoy doing. I really do. So in my 20s, I started writing.
That's really good. Now, you said that you've been doing it for a long time. So I was going to ask, was this your first career choice? But obviously, you've already answered that. Because I'm like, what, would you do anything else? But it seems like no. Because if you're doing this since 14, then this is the only path that you was trying to be on, right?
I enjoyed it. And when my instructor, Mr. Harold Wilson at Northside High School, explained to me that I could make a living doing this, because I thought it was just art's fun. Yeah. I thought I was going to be a broke artist the rest of my life. But then you find that niche. Once you find that niche and you network. Networking is the key. That's one thing that the team has with TLAT Media, with Venus and her team. We network together. If we can't make a gig happen, we pass it on. And the thing I love about our team, we leave the egos at the door. You don't have to explain your ego to me. The industry's gonna beat us up enough. We don't have to do that fight. So
let me find out that I just found my team. Is that what's happening?
Oh, this team is accepting applications every day. If you got talent, we got a place for you. Talk to me. Is that true, Miss Venus?
No, I do. I'll come with it. I ain't got no time to play.
And we talked the other day, and I already put you in the mix. In my next movie, I put her online with the director for the next movie we produce. I had you on the phone with my director, and we already plotting a spot as he transitioned into becoming an actress. From the makeup behind the scenes. So I got you covered already. See, look at
let's make this thing happen. Now, Miss Venus, if you had any other choice of doing other than makeup, what else is your passion?
Initially, when I came into the field, I actually had to go for direct.
Okay.
I'm in the process.
Say one more time. We're losing you a little bit.
Okay. Hold on a second. Let me see. Because I think it might be my phone. Did you get me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, but now you're frozen. Okay, there we go. Now we got you.
Okay. All right. So initially, I went to school. What I was going to school for, I was an art major, and I wanted to direct. Hair just comes naturally to me, but I am in the process of writing things and getting my ideas out. COVID-19 has been a great aspect part of my life because you get to slow down and really evaluate the desires that you have. And I've also produced a lot of shoots here during COVID-19 too, where I've had actors come in and, different people in the entertainment industry come in to come and get services and, collaborate with people, but collaborate paid, not collaborate free. So that has been something that is, just the whole, I guess, directing and producing aspect of things is something that I am, and being a creative director is something that I am exploring because you grow into different avenues as you learn more. You grow into seeing, there's opportunity for growth in this area. There's opportunity for growth in that area. And also making space for people who desire to be in the industry, because I'm not going to be in the same place all the time. As I grow, I have to pull other people with me. And that's extremely important. Fashion stylists, other hair and makeup artists, different things. So as I network with executive producers, directors, and we grow as a team, you pull others along with you. You want to share the space, share the resources so that, and I think directing is where I'm naturally going to actually be going. I mean, you can ask Tim when we're together and something is going on, I'm on it. And it's because I'm trained in a very old school environment in the early 90s. And that's a very different environment than what we're in right now. So it's foundational principles. It taught me not to be scared to talk to executive producers, the people in charge. And that's not stepping on anybody else's toes either. That's just the confidence that I have as an artist, and I would hope that others will have the same confidence too, because sometimes people feel the ego can get in the way, like Tim said. And one thing that we know is ego is not welcome when you're sharing resources.
Listen, you better think. You said confidence. Well, I have confidence and my confidence. Okay. Listen, I ain't got no egos, not today.
Exactly. So to answer the question, transitioning into directing, building those relationships, transitioning into executive producing would be the direction that I would eventually, the place I would want to be in at some point.
Well, it sounds like you're already doing it. So you're already in the right place.
I'm doing it on a small scale. I want to do it on a larger scale. Open up doors for more.
That's right. But every step counts as long as you're stepping in the right direction.
That's right.
So true.
Now, I have a question for both of you. If you were to star in the perfect movie, What kind of character would you play outside of your normal self? Would you want to do drama? Would you want to do comedy? Would you want a period piece?
Oh, for me, if I could redo Boomerang and be Marcus, I will be in heaven. Yes, I am Marcus. Yes, that's it. That didn't take long. Marcus.
Okay.
What's interesting about that, Tim, is that's what I tell all my young girls to go watch so they can get free game.
Yes.
Because that is the movie. I remember going to see that movie twice on a weekend in '92, and the Mary J. Blige album coming out.
And like that is How to Be a Player. You had to watch that too to get on the game.
Yes, this is true. So for me, I think I would want to do a period piece at this point, especially in the era that we're in right now, like Harriet Tubman, something like that, something that embodied what I really feel deep down inside about helping people reach their point of freedom.
Okay.
So that would be me.
Well, you know, if y'all haven't noticed by now, I'm silly as hell, so I would definitely have to do something like Step Brothers. Listen, if I could be that scene where they were in the car and they were singing, they almost died, and then they went back to normal, I was like, that's me all day. But we are moving on. What is something valuable you learned through the quarantine time?
Oh, how valuable time is. Once you make the transition, have a lot of friends, a lot of associates. We took the pandemic to make it positive for us. It gave me more time to do post-production on my movies. I took the time to learn different things. And from that standpoint, it took more of that traditional fear factor out of my world of being afraid of failure, being able to try new things. So that's what it was for me.
Okay. For me, it was honestly just not whitewashing myself. You know, not and not to say that Tim will tell you that's not who I am, but embracing it even further as far as who I work with, what I do, and presenting myself as such, whether it makes others feel uncomfortable or not. Just embracing the full version of who I am as a person. And I am a very strong-willed. I carry a lot of energy, and you can feel it I'm sure you feel it even through this call, even through my choice of things that I desire to do, but embracing the whole part of who I am and not dumbing myself down, not dumbing down my talent, not dumbing down anything, and giving that to my family first and then giving it to others.
Yes. Venus is incredible. When she's on set with me, that's my second set of eyes. She gives me an honest answer from a producing standpoint. This is working. This isn't working. Okay, Tim, I didn't think about this. Okay, when she shows up in the morning, I just smile. You know, I know she's there for hair and makeup, but at the same time, she's learning other crafts. I've watched her develop over the last 3 years.
She's trying to get into, she already doing.
Oh, yes. You know, when she called me, Tim, I bought my camera. Show me how to use it. I was like, uh-oh. You know, but she's on top of it. From still images, and one of the best makeup people I've ever seen, getting into the prosthetics with the next level with the makeup, and then the creative mind, the strong mind that she has. So she's going to create incredible pieces that's going to help change the world.
And so that's
I can see that coming.
This industry, because this industry, we're not stuck into that one passion. We can veer off and learn everything about it. That's what I love about it. Because I started as makeup too, but I was just like, you know what? I'm liking, the writing aspect, because I've always been a writer my whole life. So it's so many lanes when you get into this industry. That's what I love about the industry so far. So now we are moving on. Speaking of artistry, let's get into the music field. Now, everybody, I don't know anybody that don't like music. So I'm going to ask both of y'all, who is your favorite rapper and singer and why?
Wow. Singer, I'm a big Stevie Wonder fan, Marvin Gaye fan. But Stevie Wonder, just the lyrics and the stories that he tells. And the rappers, Venus knows I listen to music 24/7. Can I give you my top 3? Okay, believe it or not, Scarface is on the top of my list.
Okay.
Dre with his producing powers on the top of my list, and Ludacris is an amazing artist when it comes to that art form. He came into the industry and set a pattern. He didn't follow others. I love people with that creativity when it comes to music.
Yeah, when I met Luda a while ago, and he's always been that different. If he wasn't a rapper, he should have been a comedian because he's stupid.
What? I remember Luda and Shaka over at this AU Center before they, got this big break. Yes, quite well.
Okay, so for me, Tina Marie is one of my favorites. Rick James.
Okay.
Like the funk for real. That's what I grew up around.
My
aunt's listening to that, P-Funk. I mean, that's just it. Top rapper of all time, I just have to say it, Tupac. Nas is dope, but Tupac, because I feel like there's so much that he left behind. And there's so much that we didn't get. And a lot of people are confused about who he was as a person. And to be able to work with him prior to him, passing away was an amazing opportunity for me. And it left an impression on me that I'll never forget.
Yeah, because a lot of times when people think of Tupac, it's almost like they always have two different stories. They have like the quote unquote thug Tupac, and then they got the artsy Tupac. It's just like, I feel like he was just a gentle soul, but don't fuck with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like me. Maybe that's why I vibe with him so well. I'm gentle until you take me there.
Exactly. If you push that wrong button, it's a problem.
It's a real problem.
Don't let the smooth taste fool you.
That's exactly it. That smooth taste will have you shook.
Listen. Now, speaking of artistry again, who is your favorite actor or actress?
Oh, Denzel. Because he can, when he's on stage, you don't see Denzel, you see the character that he's presenting. That's the magic I love about Denzel as an actor. And he gives us back opportunities. And again, I have to do two. Eddie Murphy, because of the opportunities that he's just giving us. When he has the opportunity to make Coming to Americas and to make the other boomerangs and things, he brought people and gave work to the industry. And how he mastered his craft on stage from Saturday Night Live and the multiple characters, multitasking on stage. When one person can only do one character, Eddie's giving you 5.
That's right.
I have to agree with Tim with Eddie Murphy. I think that whole era left an impression on me as a child, even from the Saturday Night Live to Harlem Nights. I look at his craft and I look at who he is, and I think a lot of times people sleep on how much work he has given away and how he's made room for Dave Chappelle. He's made room, Richard Pryor made room for him, but he's made room for the people, the Kevin Harts, the people that stand here today that are able to be stand-up comedians and also be in the entertainment industry and produce and do the things. He laid that groundwork. So Eddie Murphy is one of those people that I definitely admire.
Nobody said actress yet.
I know. I was trying to think of a female. You know who's dope right now, and she's not new, but she's new in the sense of exploring adulthood. Is Zendaya. Zendaya is absolutely amazing. And that the acting that she does in Euphoria, the acting that Joseph David and her did in what's the name of that film? Malcolm and Marie. Like, I'm not sure if you guys have watched that, but that's something that transcends time. You can watch it over and over again. It was so robust and real in a relationship and honest. Like, that is the first time, I think, being emotionally responsible and honest in a film. Let me say that, because there's a lot of honest going on in the millennial world. But emotionally responsible is something completely different. And I think that those two did an amazing job right now with being emotionally responsible and honest in a film.
Okay. And Tim, did you have an actress that you liked?
Oh, there's so many. I mean, I'm a big Nia Long fan, believe it or not.
Why did I have it in my spirit that you were going to say that?
She came up just in that era when I spent a lot of time in the woods and those movies, and then I've watched her develop into the more mature actress that she is today. So just that her longevity alone, I watched a lot of her work.
Now, Nia's a beast too. But for me, if I'm going to say like one that really captures everything to me when it comes to acting is Viola Davis. I'm like,
oh yes, oh yeah. I mean,
Heavy.
yeah.
Heavy.
Man,
I mean, in her production company that she just started, you know, she was a part of First Ladies. I don't know if that's hit TV yet, but First Ladies is something that's coming out, and that's a really dope film. Yes, she is. She's powerful. She moves you.
Yes.
Now we are moving on. Now, what are some words of wisdom and motivation you would give any upcoming entrepreneur, entertainer?
Oh, just don't give up. Repetition is the key. And the key thing that I learned that really helped my career, learn the theory behind what you're doing. Once you understand the theory, the science behind it, they can't break it down. You know, everything else is just a fad. But when you got longevity, when you got the theory behind it.
Yeah, I completely agree with him. Actually, I was going to quote a scripture that I hold on to. It's Ecclesiastes 7:8. And it says, the end of a matter is better than its beginning, and patience is better than pride. And oftentimes we start out with things and it's complicated. And so we get discouraged. But if you just get to the end, it normally works itself out. And also be patient with yourself through the process of learning. One thing that I teach my children is to fail forward. That's something that we have kind of gotten into with my daughter being a part of the Harvard Diversity Project. It's like, you just got to fail until you get it. And it's okay to fail. Just don't be disrespectful, unloyal during those times. But it's okay to fail. And as long as you learn that lesson through your failure, you will always succeed. But like Tim said, that foundation is extremely important. Anybody can pick up a camera and take a picture. Anybody can pick up a pair of shears and do a haircut. Anybody can go to Mac and buy foundation. But if you don't understand that color wheel, if you don't understand the pH scale, it's certain things that you need to understand. So even when somebody that is more seasoned or more ignorant than you are in a situation, you have something to measure it by. I think that's something that's very important. You need to have a scale to measure things on, and only a foundation can provide you with that.
That's right, and be willing to learn. Everybody comes in with ego and that chip on their shoulder. It's like, you can't lead if you don't take the time to learn.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that scripture again, because that patience hit me. What was this?
Ecclesiastes 7:8.
Listen, you better listen. I'm working on my patience every day. It's a struggle. Now, name one entrepreneur you admire and why.
Oh, I would have to go with Tyler Perry, and that's because of the marketing skills he used with the Medea character. So he marketed that character from the stage plays to where we're at today. And now he's making noise in the industry. And it's all about the marketing that he did with that gold mine character of Medea.
For me, I would have to say Magic Johnson, because you watched him get to the height of his career. Then you watched him have to deal with a kink in his career. And then you watched him succeed after that and learn how to process things and diversify what it is that he does. That's somebody that I admire, and just to know what he did in the community that I grew up in, and even what he's doing now in the projects that he decides to participate in, how diverse his portfolio is. That's somebody that I really admire in the industry of entertainment.
Now, if I had to pick, I have three or four, but right now, people sleeping on Shaq.
Oh no, we're not sleeping on Shaq.
No, yeah.
We're not sleeping on Shaq.
Yeah, that ain't what we doing.
Yeah. I tell you what, I want you to rephrase that question to hit me up in 3 months.
Excuse me.
In 3 months. Talking directly right
And
now.
then you know who else? Now, before we get into all the people that everybody they say that Oprah, Tyler Perry is great, and I'm not gonna say he's new, but I guess he's new as far as another person that people look up to because he's doing it right now. But Master P, I don't care what y'all say.
Oh yeah, the Master P.
He did everything he wanted to do in life. He said, "I want to be a basketball player. I want to be on Nickelodeon. Come on."
and he knows how to invest money and invest talent and give opportunities. I mean, Master P does not hold back on the knowledge. If you want to know how to start a company to stay in the current technology, watch what he's doing. I mean, with all of his products, he knows one thing that Master P knows. He knows his exit plan. He knows how long something's going to be hot, something's going to be good. Then next thing you know, he's on to the next thing. He didn't exit plan for music. He jumped on the movies. He knew that he was getting a little bit older. He trained his his family. He kept the money in the family and gave opportunities to a lot of people.
We are going to move on to the fun part of this. We are moving on to our Kiss or Diss. So I'm going to name some celebrity crushes. You're going to decide who you kissing, who you dissing. So I'm going to start with TLAT, and then I'm going to have a list for you as well. So TLAT, if you're doing Jill Scott or Jasmine Sullivan, who you kissing, who you dissing?
Jill Scott.
Okay. Toni Braxton or Eva Marcel, who you kissing, who you dissing?
I can't kiss Eva. She's one of my former students from Clark, Atlanta, so I got to go with Toni Braxton.
All right. Oh, then if y'all was around that time, then you know my dear friend Michael Knight.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Last but not least, we got Whoopi Goldberg or Shirley Chisholm. Who you kissing? Who you kissing?
I would go with Chisholm because of her theatrical background and history.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, Venus, we got something for you. Morris Chestnut or Michael Eagley? Who you kissing? Who you dissing?
Morris Chestnut, I'm kissing.
All right. Idris Elba or Michael B. Jordan? Who you kissing? Who you dissing?
Idris Elba because I like a grown man.
All right.
You making hers real easy.
No, she got one coming. Biz Markie or Flavor Flav? Who you kissing or who you?
I might be dead.
When they wake you up, who you kissing?
I don't know, because that just might be out cold, honey. I might be out cold.
Well, you have to pick one. You got to pick one too.
Maybe. Okay, so Flavor Flav, because at least he'll think of something to come up off of. Like he keeps doing it. So yeah, I'll go Flavor Flav.
That's funny.
All right, we are moving on to our D.A.Q. That stands for dumbass questions. They're just random funny questions I want answers to. All right. If your life had a theme song, what would it be?
It'd be the theme song from the Jeffersons. Moving on up.
All right.
Moving on up. Let's see. A theme song for me. Man. Tina Marie, Square Biz.
Okay. All right. If you could roundhouse kick anyone in your past that you know personally with no consequences, who would it be?
Oh, you trying to send a brother to jail. You trying to send a brother to jail.
I'm going to tell you, I would roundhouse kick. It was a teacher I had that made a racist comment to me in 5th grade that got fired. I would roundhouse kick her.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't want to mention the name, but I had another instructor at the collegiate level who did some, similar things. But I don't want to mention any names right now. But I would say one of my former teachers.
We just need to know who it was, though.
One of my former teachers.
All right. What is one embarrassing moment you're willing to share that you'll never forget about your childhood?
You know what? This was not my childhood. This is when I moved to Atlanta and I worked at Bell South Mobility, and I had just left Clark. I was walking down the street and men were hollering at me, and my dress flew up from behind because I was ignoring them, and my dress just flew straight up from the air coming out of a vent down. I was so embarrassed, and they just started yelling. I said, well, the whole point of ignoring them, I just lost all of that.
Oh, I remember this vividly. I was doing a lecture at the university, and halfway through the lecture, I sneezed. But no one told me something landed on my shirt until afterwards. Yes, and everyone, all the students in that class, they remember that moment quite well. I was like, oh, really? Y'all gonna say something now? Okay. No one looked out for it, brother. No one.
It was college. Nobody looked out for the professors in college.
No.
Yeah, it wasn't even personal.
Okay. What is the worst name you could give a free clinic?
Oh. Wow. In and out. It's more than a burger.
Venus was yours.
Open wide.
Oh. Oh. All right.
We're moving on to what G.M.G. What grinds my gangster, or what grinds your gloss. So for TLAT is what grinds your gangster, and for Venus is what grinds your gloss. So what is one of your pet peeves?
Repetitive questions. If you ask me the same question 3 times, you're getting put in my invisible box. Once you're in the invisible box, I don't see you anymore. You don't exist. Exactly. I gave you the answer. You want a different answer? You in the box.
That is a true statement. I've seen it in action. For me, it is. I mean, let me think. I think one thing that grinds my gloss is if you need help, just say you need some help. Or if you don't know, just say you don't know. Don't act like you know. Don't tell me you know. Don't tell me you're going to explain it to me either if you don't know. But I'm going to do my own research to find out the answer. So it doesn't even matter. But if you just sit up there and you lie and you go back and forth and waffle, I don't have time for that.
I know that's right. Like, just tell me you didn't know so you wouldn't have to fuck up all the shit that we was doing.
Right.
Yep. Wasting my time.
That's right.
Don't waste Venus' time. Trust me.
Listen, it's time. You can't get time back ever.
You cannot. It's the most valuable thing in the world.
Yeah, and don't waste mine. It's too much I can do outside of whatever. If I committed to you, I committed to it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to execute well. And I will admit if I make a mistake, this messed up, whatever. But don't mess with my time.
So we are moving on to opera that thing out. This is my favorite portion. Well, one of them. So choose any song that you know at least one full verse to and sing it in your best opera voice.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to have to keep it A-Town. I'm going to have to use Luda. You thought I was just 770 and 404? I have hoes. I've got hoes. And different area codes. I've got hoes. Top that, Venus. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus. I'm sitting here drawing
drop it like it's hot.
I could do that one. No, dang, I'm trying to think of something good. You
like Tina Marie, you can pick any of her songs and just go for it.
Okay. You know when you put somebody on the spot, you can't remember a damn thing you're supposed to remember, right? Like I'm sitting here trying to figure out something. As a matter of fact, what I was doing was going to Link, who we won't mention because they're not sponsoring, to find a song so that I could actually I can actually do it because Lord knows I am gonna sing some Tina Marie, but I need to let me see. Hold on a second.
See, she wasn't lying. She's efficient. She like, I'm gonna find the lyrics.
Okay, so I'm talking square biz to you, baby. Square biz. I'm talking love, that is. Square biz. I'm talking square biz to you, baby. That's
no, where is your opera voice?
Yeah.
Oh, right there.
No, it's your best opera voice?
Girl, hell yeah, that's my best opera voice. The square. Who wants the square? No circles, we talking square. Yep, that right there.
She slammed it.
Yes, she did.
All the way down to the ground. It's
Yes.
gravel. Sand, dust.
Now, last but not least, we have a game called SingADoo. Now, SingADoo is a musical game that me and my good friend DJ All-Star created over the quarantine. So while everybody was down, we was cooking up something. So what you're doing, you're singing the melody of a song, but you can only use the word do. And then your partner has to guess. So you have 60 seconds to guess whatever the person is doing. And then, right. So we have the cards. And I'm gonna do something, and y'all gonna guess. If y'all get it right, then we're going to the next card, and then I'm gonna let y'all do a couple. All right, so we have different categories. Okay. We have hip hop and R&B. We have greatest hits, pop Billboard hits, country rock, SingADoo favorites, old school TV themes, and party and dance hits. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, I can't do country and rock, and I can't do party and dance hits. So any other of those categories, you can tell me, and I'll do one for no. So which one y'all want to do?
Go ahead.
That you're doing or that we're doing?
I'm gonna do it. Y'all gonna guess.
Okay, go ahead and do the rap song.
Okay. So that one's hip hop and R&B. So it's gonna be either R&B or a rap song.
Okay.
All right. So let's get the timer. All right. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Real love.
There we go. All right.
Good job. I was completely lost.
All right. So let me see. I hope y'all should know this one. All right. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Is that Escape?
Oh. Do 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 do.
It's something. I'm getting close though.
Do 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 do.
For the homies, it's for the homies.
There y'all come on. Came in on the clutch. All right, now this is
for the homies. It was something. This is for the homies.
Yeah, okay. Gangsta, this is for my homies.
Gangsta, okay. Mm-hmm.
All right, this one both of y'all should know. Okay, I got it. Do 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 do.
Same old loving baby.
There we go. All right, we see who the real singer is over here.
So we just gonna let Tim sing the do 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 then, and I'm just gonna guess.
Anyway.
So what's gonna happen? I'm gonna put the card in the camera so y'all can pick a song. Whenever y'all pick the song, I'm gonna put it down, and then I'll guess.
Okay.
All right. All right. Tell me when you're ready.
Oh, wait.
I can't see it.
Hold on a second. Oh, wait, girl, that's one of the worst. Put it down just a little bit. Put it down.
I still can't see it.
You can't see it?
Move right away.
Okay, I'm gonna do one. It ain't the song, but because I don't know the one you up there, but I got a song by them. Can I do that?
Sure. I can do it. White girls. Were you really? I'm a DJ too. Don't get it twisted.
It was Wannabe, but I don't know Wannabe.
No, that's it.
God.
Oh,
no, but that's the same song.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Now
See,
you
that's
got to tap
the
Tim
hardest part of this game is people will know the lyrics, but they don't know the name of the damn song.
Exactly. Know the hook. That's about it.
All right, we're gonna try one more, and then that's it. Let's see.
Oh, you got that first one, Tim. That first one.
I can't see it.
Oh well,
Hold on.
Move it more